This is Looney Tunes intro remake in FL Studio. Okay, and you can listen to the original version in the description. I can't play it here because I will get copyrighted. But yeah, you can use that to compare. So I just want to give out some lore here. For 8 years now, I have been studying and trying my best to recreate the recording quality of the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. And it's not as simple as just slapping in a vinyl effect and calling it a day. Because if you listen to enough recordings, if you listen to enough old recordings from like Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, you can very much tell the difference between something you just slapped on a vinyl effect on versus a real recording. It's like slapping in a VHS effect by Red Giant and thinking nobody will call you out for not using a real VHS. Like, trust me. If show this to a VHS fan, they can instantly tell which is real and which is not.
On the TV and fasten your seatbelts.
Like this, for instance.
Introducing German nuclear launch war.
This is obviously Red Giant VHS effect versus this one,
Launch war, the movie.
which is actually recorded on a real VHS. So they can instantly tell. Not even without a reference, even without this, they can tell, oh yeah, this is real. Then, oh yeah, this one's definitely fake. So they can tell. And it's the same thing for me with old cartoon music. Now, unlike VHS and 80s aesthetics, old cartoon music is much more niche. So not a lot of people are dedicated enough to try and make the most accurate sounding, shit possible, down to the very technical of the sound itself. And when I was first into this 8 years ago, nobody could ever remake the sound of old cartoons accurate enough. There have been very good examples like Cuphead, but not even Cuphead themselves, which I consider to be one of the best ones to remake it accurately, could fool me. Like you could, I could still tell. I feel like the thing that makes it the most, the thing that makes it set apart the most for me is the brass and strings, which are very hard to replicate, and make it sound very authentic to like the brass from the 30s, 40s, 50s. Like the brass from those recordings are very distinct, and you can tell. And let me give an example. Look at this. This is Cuphead, right? Listen to the brass. Okay, so that I'm sure most people cannot tell, but trust me, if you listen to enough old cartoon music, you will be able to tell. So just so you know. But for me, I can tell. If you listen to this is very good actually, but there's a certain distinct quality with the brass that needs to be done, which is like this. So listen to the brass here. Like it's not, like I can tell it's not the same, and it's kind of just some music that had vinyl effects slapped on there. I swear this brass quality is very distinct. It like you can tell that it's real, And I tried to replicate that with this. So with the trumpet. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Let me see. There's the trumpet. And although it's not 100% accurate, it is kind of close to where it could almost fool me. Almost. And yeah, there still needs to be something. There still needs to be something to be done here, but yeah, I mean, I am still going to be improving this in the future, and hopefully I'll get it to close to very accurate to the point where I myself can't even tell anymore. And hopefully that will happen someday soon. But yeah, I think for now this is very good. This is very good progress from where I was 8 years ago, especially. But yeah, no, I could still tell, but it could almost fool me. So yeah, there's that. And the cool thing about this, now that I did this, I actually had a dream of I had a goal. So I made this piece of music. So as you can see here, this is a something that was inspired by Looney Tunes because I wanted to make my own 1930s cartoon. Okay, so that was made in April 20. No, sorry. That was made in June. No, yeah, yeah. That was made in April 2018, which is already 7 years ago today. So, yeah. And I always, and I know that it doesn't at all sound like, like a real recording from like an old cartoon. Like even if I slap in a video effect, I'm just gonna do this. This is a pretty good vanilla effect, but I'm just gonna slap this on. Tweak these settings a little bit, and here's what it sounds like. Let me even go here. Listen to the brass. So yeah, I can tell that it's very much fake, you know. But I did improve it yesterday now. So finally, after 7 years, I can finally upgrade it. It's not 100% accurate, but it's been upgraded to pretty close. I'd say 90%. It kind of sounds pretty real. So here it is. Here we go. Okay, so that's it. And I will say, to be honest, the trumpets need some work. I don't, I guess I'm too much of a perfectionist, but I could still tell that the trumpets are a little bit fake. Not as in like fake like it's a VST. I mean like fake as in it's definitely a modern trumpet, but has a vinyl effect slapped on it. I don't know if that's because I'm the one who made this, so I've heard it a lot of times already that I feel like it's fake. But yeah, I mean it's still a very significant upgrade from what I had before 7 years ago. So very cool, very cool. But yeah, I feel like it's still missing the same quality of trumpets that are here. I swear the specific quality of these is so distinct. It's hard. It's really hard to remake it 100%. But yeah, this is the closest I can get so far. Hopefully, I'll make an update very soon where I actually manage to make it so accurate that I can't even tell. Hopefully that'll happen someday soon. Because I really want to make my own like Tom and Jerry style background music film score, and I want it to be super accurate to the point that it's like down to the technical level. Nobody can tell that it's not real. And yeah, so that's my progress for making old cartoon music. Hope you learned something. Hope there's someone out there who was like me 8 years ago. You know, I tried to find around the internet of people who tried to do the same thing. Um, Unfortunately, like I said, it's a niche thing, so nobody really cares. So hopefully, someone who is like me will find this video and find this video somewhat helpful. By the way, I am using Hollywood brass from East West. So yeah, I guess that's about it. See ya.